Coming to you live at 17 hours and 5 minutes on Tuesday, August 20th. It's Tuesday, and I had to do this. Guess what day it is? It's Taco Tuesday. Got my corn, got my meat going, and I got my beans. I had to do this because I wanted it to be funny, because people be going around doing different things. I don't really do nothing on my channel. I don't really get into the media hype of what is and what's not. I talk about things that really affect me. If you haven't noticed right now, the things I talk about is pretty much my experience. And with my experience, I'm talking about those things. I'm not really bringing up things that's not really part of my life. That's not really what I don't live by. I try to talk about everything I live by. And what I mean by everything I live by, I want people to know that how I live my life is by the ways, the standards. I have a standard. I don't want to be the guy that just talk the talk and don't walk the walk. I don't really brag about what I have and what I do, but I know for me, unlike a lot of men, I go through a lot of things. So I want to make this the sports talk series. This Taco Tuesday. I do it because one of my favorite players in history is LeBron James, and also I have my other favorite player is Scottie Pippen. So don't think I don't have a love for certain players and I don't do the greatest of all time. To me, there is no GOAT. Because Isaiah Thomas said this, and he was on TV first. I said something similar to this, but I love how he said it. He said there is no greatest of all time. Because you know why? Time is still going. We can't say somebody the greatest of all time, because if we making somebody out to be the greatest of all time, what about the people coming? We gonna say that those people has pushed forward, so we just gonna ignore all the greatest players that ever played and touched the professional basketball league? We just gonna throw them out the way and say they're not the greatest? And even also what I hate about when we say the greatest of all time, we don't even talk about the greatest of all time. Some of the people that's the greatest of all time, we talk about Wilt. Let's talk about the people we talk about all the time. We talk about Michael because of the era we in. He got the sneakers. He got the first guy to get the endorsements. Cool. That's respectable. But then, even Mike said of himself, he don't really do the greatest, but he don't mind being called that though. And I'm talking people we don't never talk about is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Lew Alcindor. Didn't know his real name. It's Lew Alcindor. L-E-W space last name A-L-C-I-N-D-O-R. We don't talk about him. And even more recently in the polls, you know what we don't talk about no more? We don't even talk about Oscar Robertson, the first triple-double machine. Before it was making claim that it was great, Oscar Robertson was doing that. We don't even talk about Oscar Robertson. Come on now. We talk about great point guards, and I'm not even a fan of giving everybody props besides African descendant men, indigo men in America, quote unquote. John Stockton. He was a great point guard. He still have done what a lot of guys have not done yet. LeBron is next on the list to do it with points. Come on now. He's in the top 5, or I think even John Stockton. I have to go back and check, because I'm gonna do another one. I'll go make that on there, put that on there. He has the all-time. He's the leader point guard in 2 categories: steals and assists. He played with Karl Malone. Another great we don't talk about because he don't have a ring. But the one thing I don't call people great Because when you start calling one person great, that means you ignoring everybody that's around that person. And for me, I can't ignore people that's around other people. So that's why I can't call one person great and another person not great. Excuse me if kept the water running and everything. So I can't call one person greater than the other person. But you know what that do? That negates everybody else that was on their team. And I also want to talk about, it's been 4 years since the knee. The knee was supposed to bring light to the social injustice of African descendant men in the community. But what happened since then? Nothing. The same rate of murders happened. We didn't start a program where police come into the community. I remember growing up, all the police officers used to come into the community. Used to hang out with us. We didn't see them as dangerous. We seen them as a safe haven. Men that was going to help us. And it wasn't so much a race thing. We can talk about how they pump drugs in the community, but when we called the cops, they showed up. When we called the police, they showed up. And it wasn't all guns out, guns blazing. They always been doing that. But when you call it for a case of, it wasn't mistaking me for the wrong. Now, it just got more in detail. But guess who those guys are? We all the same age, right? So as the women, African descendant women keep saying other race of men are better and we not there and different things, well, they're not there either. What makes them so much better than me? What so makes them better than my brother? Nothing. So we got to think about that. But the knee was supposed to highlight injustice. And also that Colin Kaepernick was supposed to fight for these owners to recognize, you know why? Because that's a good social stand that he did. Because what it caused, because you know what? The NFL makes up 70%. The African descendant men make up 70% of basketball and football. And baseball, we only make up about 22% between, because I'm not sure the numbers. Last time I checked, it was 22%. And probably lower, because my city don't have a baseball teams no more. We don't have those traveling big. I was on the baseball team. I was doing great. The coach loved me. I didn't play with the young men. I was new, and we only lasted about a month. We traveled, and he got sick, and nobody was able to continue because nobody knew the rules. Nobody had the information. That's another thing we got to work on. What is the purpose of us joining hands with the same people that control it? Because if you go to the collective bargaining agreement, the commissioner have to control. We gave the power to the commissioner to whatever they see fit or he see fit. But he's only going to see fit from his eyes. He's not going to see fit from our eyes. He showed us when he took that knee, they made a big deal. He didn't stand up. He didn't go to the owners and say, hey man, he got a reason. Because you know why? His skin wasn't our skin. He had no reason to. He had no reason to. I'm not going to just give blame to us brothers, but we got to start using our brains and start thinking now. It's been now 200 years. We seeing good brothers that's making a difference, ones that's being fathers, the ones that's creating careers for themselves that might have or have children, might not have children. Where do we stand? We don't have a place to go. We don't have nobody backing us up. Because then just when you thought we had someone backing us up, we find out he telling one of us that's doing good, oh no, don't be a part of that. Then what he gonna do? I call that, I'm gonna be the first one. That's my patent. I call it the House Nigga Alliance. Why I call it the House Nigga Alliance? Because he unifies with us. And he's supposed to be with us. But his allies is the same people. And we got to think about this. The hand that feeds you, you're going to listen to them, right? So the man made a deal. He got to listen to the hands that feed him, right? Come on, think about it. He's listening to the hands that's feeding him. Who paid him his money? Not me. The people that he's signed that deal with. See, we don't think about that. We can say that we not doing nothing in the community or a lot. We can talk about those guys. Okay, they're not. But the guys, there's a lot of guys are. I feel very strongly of knowing that if a guy I was working with was supposed to be my brother's keeper or my right-hand man or the same skin folk as me, chose another skin folk to say not do it, and then he go out and do it. What do that look like? That's some rubberish. That's some rubberish you just did. That's shady. This goes to show me that you're being controlled. How do he get his money? Who he hang out with? He don't hang out with me. He don't hang out with men as us. You think none of these guys hang out with men as me and you? The average day 9 to 5, trying to build a business that's getting off our feet, going to school every day, man. He didn't do that. He didn't go to school. He didn't build from the. He started from a place where they fed him. He not gonna mess up the hand that fed him. Cause when you mess up the hand they feed you, see, we want to dog this brother, Kanye West. The hand that fed him was through Jay-Z. Jay-Z is being fed. And I should have Googled this first. I forgot the guy's name. A big white dude that used to hang around Jay-Z. That's who feed Jay-Z hand. A big white dude. He looked like a woolly mammoth. That's how I remember him, with hair on his face and beard. He had a beard and hair on his face. And also, I will always see him with Jay-Z. See, we don't talk about that though. I remember that. We don't talk about that. See, we don't talk about that stuff right there. Now, we're gonna talk about these guys. Let's talk about in the totality as a whole of everything. I didn't mean to mention his name. I just meant to say that guy that signed the deal. And what they even did with his deal, he had to give up ownership for one to sign the other. Think about that. So you could talk about a man, oh, he building his family, he's doing, what are you doing? Well, I can build generation wealth, but damn, $31 billion? I'm quite sure that generational wealth is already set for like if that's the case, nobody in his generation's gotta work. For the next we getting close to 100 years. Then they keep building the next 100 years. That means they'll always be set. That means they inherited a nobility or a prestige that they didn't even work for. That's cool. Because that would get a lot of us out of this poverty-stricken, this mindset and this mentality. And as I know too, even one of my favorite players, he built the school, but he built the school for everyone. This is what I don't understand. Why don't these brothers, I'm going to name names now. We got Master P, we got Diddy, we got LeBron James, we got Sean Carter, we got Clifford Harris, which he tried, and nobody wanted to build with him. That was revealing. We don't talk about that. Even Cat Williams, y'all know Cat Williams adopt kids. Even Cat Williams, y'all know he adopt kids, and he give them homes. He don't mess with them or nothing. But it's some other stuff they got to pull him up on. Even when T.I. got in trouble, y'all remember what T.I. said? Michael Jackson did the same thing T.I. said. He said, they don't even give a damn about us. T.I. told me, you're not going to get me. Who you think he talking to? It's not the Illuminati. It's people that's against us. But we the first ones to say, well, I love every race. But I don't know. I don't hang out with my own mama. I don't hang out with my own brother. I don't hang out with even my own sister. We got to think about that. Think about that talk that you just brought up. Think about that, brothers and sisters. My brothers, and that's my brothers, and that's my sister. Think about that. Think about what you just said. You don't even hang out with your own family. So how are we going to be together? How can we grow together? Huh? How can we be? How are we going to get better? Huh? How are we going to get better? And then so what he did, so all those men that I brought up, how come they ain't go, not just go, this is why you're not supposed to look at celebrities, actors. They all said it. Prince said it. Michael said it. They all said it. We are performers. Listen to their words. They're performers. We keep saying, do as I say, but not what I do. I respect that. Because I remember Plies came on TV one time, said it's Plies, baby, this and that. The next thing you know, he switched up. He said, I'm blah, 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 from this way. He sounding as I'm talking. The next thing you know, the crowd got quiet, and I guess they wasn't respecting that. So you know what he did? He went right back to hey, it's Plies, baby. Get that little pee thing wet, girl. I'm gonna get you to get that gushy. And he went right back, and they started screaming again. They knew. He just revealed to us how he was performing for us. That's why they tell us they are not our role models. They'll tell you in a heartbeat, I am not your son or your daughter role model. You think Cardi B even said, I'm not your role model. I did things that I raped men. I stole from men. I drugged men and took them. Nicki Minaj said, I back up people that molest kids. That I'm part of it. Oprah did it. Why didn't they build and developed a community that we always speak of? They don't need us because we not part of them. They don't date us. They don't go out with us. Those women that make money don't date and go out with regular dudes. They talk about we're gonna have a better. No. If I go out, I want to get a home good on her head shoulders, not homegrown, down to earth, good woman, and even if she do travel, I don't want no celebrity woman. Unless she's the type of one because it's rare that they all good, that don't have some crazy background, that didn't do some crazy deal. That's the type of one I would talk to. But we got to understand, that's not what those people are about. Those people are about, oh, I'm not done. At least show you my taco. Since it's called Taco Tuesday, I gotta make my taco. It's more of a form of a burrito. I don't know. I didn't find the tacos. So as those guys didn't build the community, why? Why didn't those folks that made thousands and millions of dollars, why didn't they build the community together? Huh? Why don't they? Forget me and you, what about them? Why didn't they go buy some land? Why didn't they develop some land? Why didn't they establish rental property? Huh? Okay then. So think about that. But you want to follow them and you want to idolize them. I don't idolize nothing on this earth. Nothing. I don't idolize nobody. I give thanks to the men that the Creator have allowed me to be introduced to. And I give honor to the men that the Creator allowed me to be introduced to. Because I know those men are living their best. They live in their all. They live in all they can. And they're doing the best as a father and as a man. An African descendant man. On this earth. And do the best they have. They not ahead of the house nigga alliance. Or they not trying to be part of something that's not them. I don't have to be part. I know I don't have cheese. That's my fault. I'm gonna have to get some later. But I realize it. But since I'm doing this, I gotta at least show you my burrito, my taco. And I'm learning that these men, they're not really down. They gotta go where the money takes them. So until we truly understand that, we're not gonna ever be nowhere. And a couple things that happened this year within the sports world is LeVar Ball. They brand fell. And it's just things that happen. You shouldn't allow family around your business. I say it as that. I don't want, if certain family members, let's say he or she might be good at something. That's cool, they're good at it. But that don't mean that you have to have them involved. Maybe that family member can do something else. So if that family member I brought up being a thief, that's great how I spoke about that already. If that family member a thief, I don't want to involve that family member in the sales, the finance department, right? That family don't need to be part of the finance department. That family member should be involved in something else they may be good at. So where else I need it? Or you can just give them a place and have them just work for you, do different things. But as in that part of that family member being a part of, no, that family member shouldn't be doing that. And again, I want to reiterate that just because that you want that family member a part of your business, that don't mean you add family. If some family is not ready for that, you got to remember that. Some family is not ready for that. So you got to remember, not just because they're your family, that don't mean they should be part of what you're doing. You can let them invest. There's different ways they can be part. They can invest. They can invest in what you're doing. There's nothing wrong with just being an investor. Sometimes that's the best thing they can do is become an investor. I did that all wrong. See? There we go. I have to do it this way. I did it all wrong. How I like my stuff put. So you can let that family be. See, I'm not good at doing multiple things at one time. Let that family be an investor of your business. And another thing that the reason why we need our own is when you try to work with them, since they're the rulers, because they're the owner of it, and you can be doing great business, but if they don't like what you're doing, that's what they can do. They can pass a rule or a regulation and say, "Hey, man, we don't want that. You can't do that. We can't." And you know what we can't do? We can't say nothing, because they own it. They own that. We cannot battle that, because they own it. And if they're owning it, guess what? We can't tell them that, oh, hey, we want to be doing this. We want to be part of that. No, we got to listen to what they say, because they're the owners, right? We're the people we're the ones that, there we go. Bam. This time I did it right. There we go. So we got to listen to what they said. See, that one came out all right. It looked like I'm at one of those places looking at like on Taco Bell. Yes, I love sour cream. Or Moe's, Taco Bells, those are pretty good. They never let me down. I hope they don't sue me for that. I don't know if I can use that. So we there. So this is Taco Tuesday. I hope everyone having a great day. Hope you had a great day at work. Hope you enjoy your day. And another thing I want to say to African descendant men, no matter what happens, always be part of your child's life. No matter what. You gotta fight. You gotta go to court. You gotta do all this. I know all women not good. If you take half of men and cut that in half, those about the men, that's not good. Take that half, you take half of the women and cut those in half, those about the women, that's not good. So I'm not gonna sit up here and say every woman good. I'm not gonna sit up here and say every man's dad. But I am gonna say to you, man, just try to be the best man and the best father you can be to the child you help procreate. Hope this helps someone. Hope it just challenged your point of view. And got any questions, comments, or you want to discuss anything, bring it up in the comment section or see my email. I still got the snap showing, but I'm not gonna pretty much do that much Snapchat and everything as much. But just understand that's not correct. Just understand that be the best man you can be. Don't intertwine. Yes, I brought up sports today because that's something we do. But don't allow sports to be your beginning or your end of your life. That's not all that you can do. There's other things you can show your child how to do. You may not know, but if your child show interest in law, take them to the court. Take them to places where, and then introduce them. It might give you an avenue to meet. And I'm gonna do a recording on the different type of men, different type of black men, because you never know. I was at a bus stop one time. I seen the African descendant men. That's my tacos or my burritos. So, I seen the African descendant man. That big giant dude. He didn't look so happy. So I said, "What's up?" And we started talking. This man spoke. He was taller than me. I'm 6'5". He sounded like almost a Mike Tyson. I just smiled to myself like, man, I'm like, it's like, and we started talking more. And I kept seeing him after that because it's funny, I didn't see him too much before that. And when I seen him then, it was, damn. He opened up and he had let me in on a little secret. He said, I was angry today, man. He said, I was about to go do something that I was going to be ashamed of and I wouldn't have been happy about. But he said he met me, and I said, you got grace, brother. You got grace. So I hope you gentlemen have a great day. And I hope we start focusing more on the bigger picture and our sons and our daughters. Because if you're watching the world will eat your son and daughter up fast. All these different spirits. It's the harem spirit out there, the harlot spirit, and the Jezebel spirit. It's the gay spirit. It's the spirit of toxic corruption and destruction. All of those. And they're coming from different deities and entities that we are taking part of and we don't even know about. And we got to stop it. Stop saying every new thing. And whatever your faith is, trust in your faith. Stop watering down your beliefs just to fit in. All this crap y'all doing, all this crap y'all saying. Stop being less of yourself just to prove yourself. Only proof you should show is to yourself, and everybody that'll see it, so be it. If it's meant for you, it'll be for you. If it's not for you, keep moving and you will do your best, and everything that's for you will be for your best of you. And hopefully it showers down to your family, friends, and loved ones. Passe.